deal. I'm Jaws on the beat, I got a flow that kills. Do my thing with a few G's, Lauren Hill.
What's up guys, it's Unders, and in today's video we're going to look at a compression technique that can massively change the difference to your track, even though it's just this one simple change. What we're going to do today is use the MU compressor from the guys at Pulsar Audio, because it has the feature to switch between mid-side and left and right compression. You don't need to use the same compressor as me, but you do need something that's able to switch from left and right independently to mid-side. So let's jump into the video and break down how this technique works and how it can improve your mix.
All right, so here we are in Logic, and for this video we're going to use the MU limiter compressor here from the guys over at Pulsar, because it's got a nice mid-side option, left-right option that we can switch between and just see how that works. So what I've done, I've popped this on the drums in this track here, and we're just going to loop over this particular section here. And if you want to download this project and work from it as well, that's also linked in the description. On the drums itself, let's just solo these out. And it's pretty simple, just like step in drum and bass drums. They're just kind of pushing the track along. They're not main focus in this case. So but there's a couple of things that we can do to maybe improve what we've got here. Now, some overall compression could do a good job, but I've got lots of cymbals and things going off, right? So there's quite a wide mix. The kick and snare sat in the middle, but we've got lots off to the sides. Just have a quick listen. So you can hear lots going on the sides with cymbals, shakers, bit of snare reverb and everything like that, right? Now, perhaps we've got to this final stage and we could go back to the 16 or so drum channels, and we could probably tweak all of them to get what we're after, but we can actually glue everything together and get a better response by using some like mid-side compression or just overall compression. So on this guy just here, the kind of things that we need to look at are going to be like our attack, our release, and then obviously the mid-side. So just to demo this real quickly and how important the attack and release are, I've just set up a little A-B combo. And what we're going to do, this combo here, just doing some light compression on either side. We're going to use this little arrow up here, and I'm going to tap that, and you'll just see it pulse for a second. It's copied that over to B. So over on B, I'm going to change the attack down quite a bit, and I'm going to make the release sort of like in the middle. And then we can just switch between the two of them very simply. And I just want you to listen really to how much difference those small attack and release changes are going to make to the drums. Hopefully you can hear that with the slower attack, they're a lot more transient, they're a lot spiky, they're less squished. Now, if we really exaggerate how much this is being compressed by, so if we maybe push this up a bit and we decide we were going to take a lot more of the range out, this becomes even more pronounced. It depends what you need as to what you're going to choose, but just wanted you to be aware of how important attack and release plays in this kind of thing. I like it here. We've got a slow release, so the attack takes a little while to get in. It's pretty slow, so all the transients get through, but then it takes ages to release it off. So all the tail of everything gets lifted up a bit still, which for this instance is working quite nicely. We still get that punchiness, but then we're lifting everything else up as well. The other thing is I just want the kick and snare to be the things that really punch through. So at the minute we've lifted up the whole break, right, like this. But it lifts up all of the sides with it, and they start to become a little bit much. And we can see in our metering at the top here, because once we've split this out, these meters are going to be independent for the mid and the side, and we can see in our settings just here that we've got L/M or R/S. So while at the moment with this little switch in the middle here we're in left and right together, so this side is left and this side is right, we're getting basically the same compression of around 1 decibel, right? pushing up to about 1.5. When we switch this, the right hand side's only going to be looking at the sides, and all of a sudden it brings all of those sides down for us. So we're just going to switch it now, and when we switch it, it's going to take link controls off as well, because at the moment if I adjust, say, the threshold, it adjusts it both sides for us. We want them to be independent when it's mid-size, so I'm going to drop that down, and that's now detached those for us. So if I move the threshold, it's just on this side. And now if I play it back, really simply, just already dialed in as it is, we're going to get compression on the kick and snare to about the same level because they were much louder, and we're going to get it much less on the sides, and it's just going to help that kick and snare punch through a little bit more in the mix, but also only bring up the sides a little bit more. Now, to give you a real insight into the difference that actually makes that tiny little change, we're going to copy it to A, B again. So we do our little pulse over here. I'm going to jump over to B. I'm just going to switch that back onto left, right, and link controls back on. So it's exactly the same settings now, but one's mid-side and one's left and right. And I really want you to focus on the drums soloed. Listen to how the hats or anything panned adjust so much in volume, and our kick and snare just becomes a lot more compressed and a lot more solid in the mix. I'll play it through solo, we'll go through the whole loop A and B, and then I'll do it in context to the track. You can see what a ridiculous difference it makes for such a small adjustment. Hopefully that was enough there for you to really hear just how much difference that makes. On the B there, all of the high end just becomes way too much. It's lifting everything, even though we want to just compress that mid channel and have that really punch through. Have the size just accent. Only change there is switching it to mid side there on A, and it just lets everything else sit a little bit nicer. I mean, we're only adjusting this by, I think, a maximum there of about 2 dB on the mid-side combo. And just those difference, to me, makes a whole difference in the mix. It allows that mid to punch through, everything to be nice and audible, and it roll the track along without adding loads of extra harshness and width on the sides. So that was just my little tip on using mid-side compression on something like your drum bus in your track, and just what a graphical difference it can make. Hope the video was helpful for you guys, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And remember, if you want to download and work from this project, it's linked in the description. See you then.